What's up, everybody, and welcome to GEST August. Yes, it's that time of month again. No, not that magical time of month where young girls have their monthly experiences that you all know and love, as my co-caster has very, very much experience with. But today is a very, very special game. It is Pacific.Emaxx up on the Scourge side versus SVR ES on the Sentinel side. SVR, of course, got 4th place in the last GEST. They were the Cambodian upstarts who came out of literally nowhere to take 4th. Meanwhile, Pacific.Emaxx, the 2-time defending champions of GEST. And let's see if they can make it a three-peat. But with me is a very, very special co-commentator, one you've been clamoring for, one that I said stopped casting Dota 1. But he's here now.
I still cast Dota 1. I have a Dota 1 match that is soon to be uploaded of the same game that B-Balling also casted. So there's no reason to visit my channel to watch that one, but I still cast Dota 1 sometimes. Maybe.
Yeah, when it suits his fancy.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyway, we're in this game, and that was Luminous, in case you guys didn't know. But yeah. Alright, gonna unpause. 3, 2, 1, go. So, Dota 1, it's just like, it's like one of those things, you know, you think you get rid of it, you thought you put enough lotion, enough, you know, itching
it's like your
powder,
ex.
enough itching powder over it, but it just suddenly breaks back out every month, and then you're just suddenly caught.
Your analogy is really disgusting.
Your face is really disgusting, but you don't hear me complain about that.
That's... I need some of that lotion right now, because that was
just
a big
got
burn.
burned!
That was a big burn. Alright, the pigs are on the way. Let's go with that.
More like Dragonite, not gonna like in. Should probably see an Earthshaker ban, just because Earthshaker favorite. What are you expecting out of this game, besides the fact that I told you this game is controversial?
I don't know what that entails. It could be a lot of flames. It could be a 4v5 thing. It could be whatever. Backdoor. I don't know. There's a lot of controversial things in Dota. I cannot wait what that might be. But it's not an Earthshaker, surprisingly, because Earthshaker, long range, good defensive hero, and seems like all these games is about diving for kills, right? So I thought that was a hero. And I guess you thought so as well. It's going to be big, but neither team is really picking him up, at least right now.
Well, I mean, if they pick up an Earthshaker, they're most certainly going to complement it. Yep, Rubik. We're seeing more Rubik Earthshaker Trilance rather than the standard Earthshaker Ancient Apparition, just because Rubik, I think, can do a bit better without too much experience. Meanwhile, A needs a little bit more. But Puck is a very interesting hero. You see him first picked and first banned a lot from time to time, and he's very odd. You know why? Because he does very well versus Pinoy teams, but when Pinoys use him against, you know, Vietnamese, Cambodian, Indonesian teams, he doesn't do nearly as well. And there's some reasons. One, you know, the Filipinos, they love to spam. 2, they like to run around like crazy, and Dream Code just prevents that. And 3,
yes.
He's insanely hard to kill. He just provides so much chaos, and he's just like, I don't know, he just seems like the anti-Filipino hero when it's against him. So I'm surprised that since he's been, you know, having seen resurgence in the Dota 1 scene, I'm surprised that the Filipino teams do not ban him more against international competition. And meanwhile, Furin and Panda. Furin we see time to time, but he's not really at the same size as Dota 2.
I'm just gonna say this team fight looks really scary. Dreamcall on top, and you try to run, well, you're gonna get stunned, and of course that Fire Panda is gonna be chasing you anyway. So this team fight is on the lockdown. Sentinel's got that one down, but I really like the time that you brought out the Rubik Earthshaker. I mean, that's a lot of AOE stun. Telekinesis is a single target stun with upside. The upside is, of course, it can be AOE stun if you toss it correctly at the enemy heroes. So you're looking at already a very potent dual pair of the tri-lane, and you could complement it with whatever else. I believe Rubik plays the support there as well, right? Or does he go actually to carry?
No, Rubik plays support. The Thailand teams like to run him sometimes solo mid, but most of the time he is a support in the tri-lane.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep, so we're going to see the last picks. Just some interesting bans by SVR. I do not really think that Pacific.Emaxx would have picked up or winner, just because, you know, they had Queen of Pain and the Rubik to fulfill their solo lane desires. But looks like Chaos Knight is a pickup. Meanwhile, we're going to see the Ricky Wisp combination once again, and that combination in conjunction with the Furin and the Puck. My god, that will be insanely difficult to deal with. And one of the best things you can do with the Wisp, I mean, not just teleport in with the Ricky, but just teleport another guy, and Ricky will just be there, and you have a 3v2 gank. You can take those engagements. You have 3v1 gank. And Ricky Wisp, he's not seen nearly as much, but still, when he shows up, he makes for really interesting games, and he's going to mean... I'm going to miss a lot of kills this game.
Well, you know what? That's a little bit ironic, because Ricky, if he goes to a gank by himself, he goes undetected, right? But if he goes with the Wisps, there's a big freaking circle on the map that says, here comes the Ricky. Not sure if that's gonna work out fine, but yes, of course the backstab is always gonna be the cloud's gonna be great. Not sure if the Ricky. Well, you said you've seen it before. Is this thing actually extremely effective? Because
It's
on paper, it's not.
it's effective. It is
Okay.
effective, and I'm gonna slow down right now and pause at 8:25, so
Okay.
we can just get synced up again. 8:25 because your Warcraft 3 inferior to my Warcraft 3. But anyway, Ricky Wisp, it's effective, but one of the problems is that they don't really have any late game transition, and Ricky's often left by himself. In comparison to the usual P9 lineups where they have a couple semi carries, we've out Wisp or Ricky is usually the only semi carry, and he's not as good a hard carry as other heroes. That's why you prefer to call him yourself a semi carry.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a decent semi carry. I mean, on the other side, we see nothing but semi carries either, right? But we see a little bit more here. Slaughter and Chaos Knight, they're kind of in your face. They don't care about the Fire Panda, or if they do, they will just light that one up and with amp damage and right click down. So for the most part, I feel like Pacific, without having things like the Pandora and Brewmaster or the Puck, they are not afraid of fighting you heads up, especially with that Earthshaker backup. So
Yeah.
to be honest, I like the Pacific lineup a little bit more.
Alright, ready to get in this game? It's quite
Yeah.
long, so we're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. And as always, big shout out to Gods and GhostofGamers.net for putting on this tournament every month, and big shout outs to Gigabyte Esports for doing this. It's called the Gigabyte Esports Tournament, that's why it's GEST. I think they could stand for a little bit more creative title, but hey, it works every month for the rest of the year. So I'll go over the players on the Pacific.Emaxx side. We have Sage and the carry player playing the Chaos Knight. Looks like Inma, the support player, is playing the Earthshaker. Dawn is playing the Rubik. Huggy Bear, or Huge, I guess, is playing the Queen of Pain, and Biabas is playing the Slardar.
All right, here comes the most smooth introduction on the Sentinel side. B on the Ricky Maru. We have 520, a Chinese wannabe player on that Wisp. E gonna be playing the Brewmaster, Pender and Brewmaster. The Star playing the. Whoa, look at his item. Glove of Haste first. Playing the Prophet. Of course, we have the Cam on Puck. A lot of stats, so perhaps going mid with that build. We'll see.
Now, if there's one thing that can be said is that,
Okay, never mind. He's on the top lane.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what he's saying. This actually reminds me of very old school Shadow Fiend solo mid build. That's why I kind of brought it up.
Well, we do actually see Shadow Fiend from time to time. Definitely a lot of variation. But one thing that doesn't vary. My God, I mean, seriously. Like when I cast Dota 1 these days, like your bad English is rubbing off on me. Come on, man.
My English so good that makes you go bad.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But one thing that doesn't vary in the Filipino metagame, even though I think they could, is the tri-lane 1-1. Even though DK is such a powerful hero, and I think you could run dual lanes versus DK, but we're gonna see the standard double current action and standard balls flying out every which way. So Puck is gonna try to pick up a fast ball as soon as possible, but he's gonna be harassed quite heavily on this top lane. And already you see here comes the gank.
Uh-oh, he's got to get out. Oh no, his orb is out. He's picked up. He's stunned, and that's what telekinesis does. Such a long stun, and Puck now going to be dead for sure. That Fisher actually blocking him a little bit. Still not using Salve because he's got none. He's going to try to tango out, but let me tell you. Well. I think Fisher will cool down, and he's going to be wasting 3 tangles, perhaps even 4.
No, don't even need to use Fissure. Why use Fissure when you can just hit him with the totem and let Chaos Knight pick up the first blood? So already this top lane is pretty much done. Because Rubik's going to pick up a decent amount of experience. Earthshaker's not going to pick up too much, but Chaos Knight should receive free farm. And Chaos Knight has been receiving a bit more success in the Southeast Asian scene as of late. Just because he gets more farm. He's not really played as, the heavy roamer, heavy ganker that he's sometimes played. Or when he was played when he was first utilized heavily. Meanwhile, we're going to have the Cambodian Stars playing the Furon jungling it up on that cliff, so he's not carrying. That's why he picked up the global haste. And meanwhile, Queen of Pain is just going to stand very close. Going to pick up a lot of experience because there's not really too much Ruby can do in terms of harassing and keeping a Queen of Pain back.
I love this, by the way, that this level 1 jungle, he pulled it, teleported to the top, and then basically went to town. He's basically going to go for a hand of many monies on the mid game. Now, earlier we were talking about the Chaos Knight and how he usually is having a little bit more success lately, and I think he's going to have big success in a game like this. Generally, the best way to deal with Chaos Knight is a lot of burst damage and a lot of stuns. And if you look at the Sentinel lineup, they don't actually have that many like straight up stuns. They have a Tether and a Dream Coil, and those are not exactly long-lasting stuns. Slows are not really good enough because he'll still right-click the hell out of you. So I think this Chaos Knight will go big this game, and having that start like that on the top lane, getting an immediate kill, yeah, he's gonna be very happy.
Yep, so the double couriers have been upgraded, so Queen of Pain is going to get her bottle, as will the Puck, so they'll be safe in the lane. Meanwhile, Puck is only level 1, so he won't be having too much of an impact. And usually when it's Puck versus Queen of Pain, when it's Winter versus Queen of Pain, I always say, oh, Winter has the advantage, or Puck versus Queen of Pain, you know, Queen of Pain should have the advantage, but, you know, my lane predictions always turn out wrong for some odd reason. It's just, you know, Scene always trolling me.
I don't think Queen of Pain will have the advantage here. I mean, Ricky getting the support. And I guess a possible Prophet TP, although you know he's not going to TP. He's on that cliff. He's like, fuck that. Dude, can I say that here? I think I can say that here, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're free to do whatever you want.
As
here comes the
fissure.
fissure. Reality Rift is coming in. Can they get the telekinesis? Chaos will coming in for the 2-second duration. Here comes the telekinesis. Gonna stun a little bit of imperfect chain stuns, so who gives any sorts of crap? As CHN picks up another kill and they turn on the Ring of Basilius armor because they want to get that push going. So right now, everything seems to be going Pacific.Emaxx's way thus far, but still very interesting. Usually when we do see Slaughter, and we don't see Slaughter very often in Filipino games or Southeast Asian games in general anymore, but he's always predicted by a child. But we're gonna see Soul Mid versus Panda, and right now Panda versus Slaughter, interesting matchup to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, two melee heroes, they're gonna trade a lot of hits. I actually seen Slaughter solo mid once. It was a a Mineski game against a Chinese team, and it was a Pugna versus Slaughter mid. I was like, oh, this Pugna's gonna have it. And then Slaughter showed off the big Bottle Crow strat, and he was outlaning Chinese players. Anyways, Puck going on the top lane. And I think he has awkwardly given himself an angle, and he's about to die. Ooh.
Oh, he's gonna wand up, or magic stick up, and looks like the tower was just gonna hit on those creeps. Looks like Pacific.Emaxx are just gonna back up, because right now the pace of the game is favoring them. They're getting some levels up on the Quap, which is always something you could do, but they do have to watch out for the Fearon, who can teleport in at any time. But where can he teleport into? I guess he can teleport into mid and provide, you know, Panda with a gank once he hits level 6. But right now, Slaughter just gonna Bottle Crow up, as well as the Panda, so both teams just playing very, very safe thus far.
Ooh.
And yeah,
I mean, there's not going to be too many kills aside from the top lane. If Queen of Pain plays smart, she is going to be fine. Although until Ricky hits level 6, he's, I mean, once Ricky hits 6 is what I'm trying to say, is that Queen of Pain actually could go down a couple of times. Yeah, this top lane is the only lane that's having really big amount of trouble. And you can see that he's only level 3.5 and just sitting far, far back.
yeah, Chaos Knight is just going to receive uninterrupted free farm, and one thing you do have to notice about the Filipinos is that they do not last hit every single creep, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it looks like Queen of Pain is going to get engaged by on the bottom lane. Wisp tether with the Ricky Blink Strike, and once Ricky just gets in position, drops the smoke screen, as well as the tether, that Queen of Pain is going to be locked in, and she can't really do too much. But yeah, Filipinos don't last every single thing, but they do manage to get their items, and one thing I always got to credit them on is that they always get their key items. They get the 25-minute Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, so
That's pretty good. Yeah, Shaker gets pretty big farm. I like how I just said, oh, Quap should be fine here immediately right after say that he dies, but it's all good. That's what Dota game's all about, showing the casters don't know what they're talking. Of course, on the top lane here, we have the, again, the ring being turned on once again. They want to turn on this pressure and get rid of that tier 1 tower. I don't think Puck by himself could defend this, and Puck is, well, giving this one up over early.
Yeah, it looks like Scourge gets the last hit, so a little bit more gold going to the teammates, but I'm sure Chaos Knight was trying to be a greedy motherfucker and could not get that to happen. And looks like on the bottom lane, Ricky is level 6, so if they want to get a teleport gank to go on that top lane, they might need one more to reinforce. Panda does have the ultimate, he is level 6, but he's just going to stay in the middle lane. And this top tier 2 tower might be in a lot of trouble. Illusory Orb doing next to nothing. Is he level 3? He is level 3, so I guess it's doing a little bit more. Here comes the Fissure. Stun to follow up, only 2 seconds stun because he's, well, he has level 3. Here comes the Telekinesis. Orb was on cooldown. Wayne Rift's going to be casted. No, he's going to cast the Orb once again. Going to be able to
phase
escape.
Nice, and he's going to phase out just in time. Just trolling the courier going by. Ooh, the courier, gotta be careful.
Uh-oh, Panda, will he get endangered? No, here
yeah,
comes the
he's gonna
teleport
have
in.
TP here from the yellow player. That's gonna be the Wisp heading forward here. The orb's flying in everybody's face. That's a pretty good fissure block, but will that be enough? Telekinesis backwards. Panda still giving chase. He's gonna get a 4-second stun, and that is gonna be, unless Prophet wants to TP in, which I don't think he does. Yeah, he should be fine. Really, really good kind of crisis management for the Scourge team.
Yeah, no doubt. And meanwhile, all the while, Slaughter is just having a grand old time, almost 40 CS, so he is last hitting pretty much every single creep he can lay his eyes upon. And early farm on Slaughter, he can be quite a devastating hero. I always feel like Slaughter He's always been one of the most balanced heroes in Dota because he always finds his way to slip in and out of the metagame and just like, come to relevance and then come back to power. So Slaughter just proving to be pretty effective thus far, but we'll see what MZ decides to go for. Probably a Blink, Vanguard, BKB, the usual.
Yeah, what order do you think he's gonna pick it up? Is it gonna be Blink first after Treads, or is it gonna be Vanguard after Treads?
It's gonna be Blink first. Or no, it's gonna be Vanguard because he already has 2 components, and then he's gonna pick up the Blink. He's not gonna go straight BKB, but it looks like Puck is gonna die. Yep, Puck dies.
Man, that was a big slithering crush, and the reason that it did so much damage, as we see the Panda ultimate gets dropped on the mid lane, and looks like Emaxx gonna be going down for sure. The right click coming, Stormstone trying to get the yeah, he does get the Cyclone. Nice micro here, and the second Boulder Bash, and a couple more right hits. Now here's the Panda in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't get the kill. The clap misses as well, and the courier comes in. The courier's gonna go down. Oh man, this is all sort of trouble happening.
Big trouble in Little Scourge, as here comes Ricky Whisk gonna come back in, and Slaughter's gonna turn on the Crush. Can he get the Crush? Orb's doing so much damage, Sonic Wave being dropped, Ricky's being revealed all the while. Slaughter's gonna come back in, they kill the Ricky, while they go on the offensive of the Panda. Panda's gonna try to kill the Slaughter. Slaughter, I do not know what you're doing, but you have a Death Wish, and you should be so quick to give up on life, man.
That fight could have went really, really well for Scourge. I mean, Shaker barely survived. They got the courier. They survived the Panda ult, but Slaughter was a little bit too balls deep.
Hey, that's what you come to expect. Although, to be fair, in terms of different Filipinos playstyle, Pacific.Emaxx, they play a bit more conservatively. I wouldn't say as conservatively as MSI UGT, and of course, you have no idea of any of these teams I'm talking about. They don't play as conservatively as MSI UGT, but they do love the split push, so I expect to see more split push as this game goes on. But it looks like Queen of Pain trying to farm up, but meanwhile Ricky, 32-6, has picked up the Boots of Elven Skin's gonna go for a fast Yasha, because you don't really need a Diffusal when you have a Wisp at your side.
Well, it helps. It's nice. I mean, purging off your... I always like to get Diffusal to purge off my own amplified damage when they're actually amping me. There's a nice cloud on the bot lane, smoke, tether in, immediate stun. I'm not sure if you had your camera on there, B-balling, but he did a very smart move, which basically is hit once with the backstab first and then the cloud. It allows you to get that one extra hit, and sometimes it does make the difference. So
meanwhile, really top lane, looks like Chaos Knight is going to be in a little bit of trouble because Wisp is coming to join the party. Can Puck block him off? Puck is going to cast a Illusory Orb. It's not going to hit the Chaos Knight. Wisp is a little bit too slow. Fearon's going to teleport in. Phantasm being casted, but it looks like Chaos Knight is going to take the fall. One more Blink Strike. Wisp will be sent back very, very soon, but Ricky still remains to chase. But Chaos Knight is just too fast, too fierce. He has the Arcane Boots. Can he get away? Yes, he can! My god, he escaped a sliver HP. But
wow, that was a good escape, because it caused, what, 4 people to TP in just for a fail gank? Man, that was nice.
Well, one of them was a Wisp TP.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a cooldown. It's a long cooldown with that, too, a level 1 ultimate. So, but Ricky's right now in the mid lane, and he's looking to do a little bit of havoc. I personally still like to go for Diffusal Blade first, but I could totally understand why he's going for the Yasha. The movement speed is definitely great, and he sees Rubik right now, and he won Rubik's balls, I think.
Rubik is just going to get the fuck out of there. Just going to teleport out. Ricky can't do too much. And Ricky's wasting a little bit of time running around. He does need his farm, but he's getting some nice levels. Meanwhile, looks like there might go an engagement for the Panda, but Panda should have his ultimate. Does he have his ultimate? He does indeed. So looks like they're wasting a bit of time. Can they get chain the stuns? Here comes the telekinesis and the crush. Panda could not split in time. Nicely stunned. Nicely bursted down as the crush. I think, like you tried to mention earlier, it does do physical damage. That's why it does a lot of damage, the amp damage. So,
yeah, it's definitely the synergies right there as Ice Frog is making that hero. It looks like they want to take the tier 1 mid. There's a siege unit, so if they get a new creep wave, it should be good. Slaughter's going to be tanking the tower a little bit. Could eat a tango and get some HP regen for now. He will be backing off. We're kind of 11 minutes in the game. No idea who's actually ahead. 4 and 6 is fairly even. No tower gold. And of course, we don't have that Dota 2. That, goal graph, whatever you call that one. Difference in goal graph. So it's kind of hard to say.
Well, I think at the pace this is going, I think it's definitely in Scourge's favor, just because Scourge, I think, does have the better late game, as looks like I tried to catch the kill on the top lane, and I did, but I missed a kill on the mid lane, as looks like B managed to pick off Hug, or Huggy Bear, as I like to call him now, and he took the fall, but will Panda get initiated? No, I think the pace of the game, I think if Scourge does have the better late game, but they do have to keep in mind, Nature's Prophet really hasn't done anything, and now he's going to start poking his head. He's going for straight Necrobook. And you know what Pinoys like to do when they see a Necrobook? You know what they like to do?
What?
They like to pick up Midas against it. Like, even if it's like 20 minutes in, they like to pick up Midas. Or
Hey,
even if it's 30 minutes in, they pick up the minus counter Necrobook.
why not? I mean, you spend 3k go, I spend 2k go. Counter, except you only counter half of it. But still,
This is true. But looks like SVR not going to take this down. Are not taking this line down, just going to get themselves back in the game. With ganks, can they push the middle tower? No, it's a full HP. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight just going to form up. Went for Arcane Boots. This is uncommon in the Filipino scene. So Chaos Knight Arcane Boots, pretty different. But I guess, you know, with the trend of Naga going Arcane Boots, why not Chaos Knight?
oh, Blinky on the bot line here. Sonic Wave Echo as well as a Fissure. Clean up the kill on the Prophet. Will they make it out though? Again, Tether, Smoke, and Backstab. Now Shaker behind enemy lines. There ain't going to be saving Private Ryan here because he doesn't even have a teleport scroll. But I don't think he would have teleported out anyway. So kind of a 2-for-1 trade. And Ricky getting the kill. They'll take that one. A bit lag is what he's calling.
3-for-1. Who took the fall? Rubik actually died as well. Do not really know how that happened. You know, Panda gonna go for that Django or drums, as people now know it. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight just gonna farm up only 54 CS, so again, not last hitting as efficiently as he should, but still just getting a lot of experience, and experience is an A game for the CK. But it looks like he might be in for a nasty awakening, as he's gonna get ganked very soon. Does he sense it? Does he have Sixth Sense? As here comes Panda. Will there be a Wisp teleport back in? No, if not, CK can just run the heck out of there. And right now, Slaughter is going to be able to push down this middle tower without too much of a fuss.
That's the reason why you need Purge, at least in my opinion. It's just, especially on a team that lacks so much actually disables, they really need the Purge. Teleport on, goes on the mid lane here. Slaughter gonna get out of there, but he turns around, and it's gonna be Thunderclap being slow and toss him backwards. No, it's gonna toss him to stun the Prophet. Clap gets dropped, and that should be it. Actually, Prophet don't have to boost the speed just yet. Blinking here from Ricky. Where's the Cloud? Tether for the Sun so far, and looks like they are winning this one big time. Rubik trying to run nice jukes here, but the balls will show you. And is he gonna survive long enough? No. Wow, Dreamcoat being dropped. Cancel the TP. The kill goes down. The tower gets destroyed though. No, it gets denied as well, man. Big swing here. Now back in the favor of Sentinel. But they need that, right? Because better late game on the Scourge. So they gotta get out of the advantage right now, because once they approach 10 more minutes of gameplay, they're going to be starting to feel the effects of the late 7 carries.
Yeah, I always say heroes like Panda, heroes like Sand King, they have strong game-breaking ultimates, but if you don't get the levels up, you don't use the ultimate as many times as humanly possible, then it's going to lose effectiveness in the late game, and it's just not going to have too much of an impact in the later game teamfights, and we've definitely seen this many times over the course of Dota's history. But not really too sure what that Slaughter was doing in that engagement. He saw another person come back in, so at 3, he decided to charge back in half HP, and I don't know, I think the Slaughter legit has a death wish.
Yeah, man, I saw Slaughter diving Wisp next to his tier 1 tower when he was surrounded by trees, and he just wanted to go in for a solo kill. It's a Wisp, man. He could tether, but on the top lane, looks like they're TPing in, and they see that CK. The balls, it's coming right now. Blink Strike, oh, the slow is so helpful right now. Also, they see Shaker. They can actually blink out for Shaker, but they want the CK. There's a blink in, there's a clap, there's a smoke. Man, no chance. Oh, no chance. But here comes the Slaughter. Thunderclap gets stolen. He's going in for the clap. Necrobolt gets summoned right here. Everybody pretty low in terms of HP. Slaughter still coming in right now. He sees Prophet. Huge Sonic Wave on two. That's a double so far. Fable doing a lot of work as well, but the Cloud's being cast a second time in a row. Ricky is seen right now by one Centaur. No amp damage. Probably still on cooldown. That should be it.
Looks like Nakam took the fall. But one thing I have to correct you on you, Mr. Mechanics Guru, as looks like Slaughter is going to be in a lot of trouble. Ricky's doing so much damage. Going to cast the Crush as well. And looks like Ricky gets lifted up in the air with the help of the Centaur. But now Rubik might take the fall. No, Fissure coming back in. Cage off the Echo Slam. Here comes a stun. One more hit on the Ricky. Oh, nicely done by Earthshaker. And now Risk is going to have to get the heck out. But the heroes are going to respawn very soon. One more hit. Slaughter does have the Vanguard. Going to clean up the kill on the Wisp. And this Slaughter with the Vanguard just surviving he's seen it all, man. He's literally seen it all.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right on that call, and I think the player's absolutely right on the call. Vanguard first in a game like this, where there's so much kind of back and forth trades on hits, definitely a very viable pickup. You can see that actually CK has also picked one up after his Arcane Boots. So they just want to tank it up, and I think that's a great choice. Treads on Queen of Pain, and Bracer on the Wisp, and that Shaker working on the Blink Dagger, already 1400 go in. If he doesn't die for the next 5 minutes or so, I say he'll have it, but you were about to correct me on something.
Oh, Wisps, blue balls, they don't slow anymore.
Oh, they changed it. Why?
Because it was dumb.
Too good? Too good?
It
Yeah.
was too good. Like, freaking slow with 800,000 range, and you can teleport across the map. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good indeed. And more reasons to get that Purge Blade, but I guess Yasha's still good, so it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. But yeah, yes, like you mentioned earlier, very, very close to that Blink Dagger, and this is, he's going to pick it up much earlier, but these Filipino teams always find a way to get that Earthshaker Blink Dagger by 22, 23 minute mark. Even when he's like support in a trial lane, gets no farm whatsoever, he always manages to pick up that Blink Dagger, which is pretty admirable. Reminds me a lot of Mania, getting that Blink Dagger by around the 25 minute mark. Not to say that's the same thing, but the timing.
It's just like the best thing for your support because Shaker's one of those heroes that without the blink you can still stay afar and help out with your fishers and whatnot, but when you do have the blink, you know how chaotic these fights are. It's about long chases, it's about clumping up, and Shaker, one of the best support to punish heroes for clumping up. So getting that blink is so much more vital in a game like this compared to other games. But looks like we have the two guys in the mid lane tether up. They're jumping to the bot. They see that CK Phantasm use, but the smoke will find you, and that Chaos Knight again will be dying. Here comes the Wisp saying, I want to feed too, I want to feed too. And I think the Radiant or the Sentinel will comply. Pan ultimate gets used. One more down goes down, and it looks like Rubik's going to be going down as well. Yep, Fire Panda going to get that kill. Sonic Wave and Earthshake come in. They want to feed too. Man, one at a time is what Skirmishes doing, and I don't think this is a winning strat.
Pacific.Emaxx playing uncharacteristically, like, they are the two-time defending champions of GEST for a reason, but they're playing very, very weird. They're playing very, very panicky, and they're not showing as much composure. Meanwhile, SVR easily able to capitalize on all these mistakes. Ricky gonna build that stage in Yasha, so he's gonna get that movement speed, get that a little bit of slow, not as good as Diffusal, but it's something. So
slow on a proc stick. What do you think about that over like Manta style in this case?
Oh, he can disassemble it. I think Sage and Yasha, if he can get it by like the 20 minute mark, 22 minute mark, it's still reasonable, and he can disassemble it to Manta style Heaven's Halberd and disable the Slaughter if he doesn't pick up a fast blink BKB. So I think it's pretty useful this early on.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. He does have it just finished right now. So the HP is, I think, the biggest component. It gives you just as much HP as a Vanguard does, and that's a big key. Again, so much nuke. You have a Queen of Pain. Of course, that Slaughter amp really makes you want to have as much HP and armor as possible. Blink here against the mid lane. There's a Cloud against a Slaughter. Man, this combo, I'm sorry I doubted it earlier, but it's just doing so much. The Blink Strike and the Cloud, it's just an insane combo.
Yeah, and I mean, Slaughter has a Blink Dagger, but unfortunately, as is standard in the Filipino games, not really too many wards to spy out, and there could really benefit from that. SVR placing all the wards thus far, and looks like Queen of Pain will get any sort of kills on the middle lane. No, it looks like Puck manages to escape A-okay. How has Queen of Pain been doing? Picks up a Ghost Scepter very early on. Most likely, you know how when you last cast Ethereal Blade was a decently common pickup in the Queen of Pain? Well, we don't see that anymore. But she might just go for fast Ethereal Blade here, or might just pick up. It's mostly just for the Ricky Wisp combo. It's too different.
Yeah, I really think so. I think she's going to hold on to it for a long, long time and start getting things like Acceptor or maybe Hex. And if you want to really go for a big luxury item, for a late game EB pickup is not too bad. But going back to the Wisp Ricky strategy, I think a big part of it is also players just not really looking at the minimap or just not paying attention about positioning. That Chaos Knight has been ganked so many times, right? I think his positioning needs to be a little bit better upon, if I may say so, because what is that, like 6 or 7 ganks on him? He's died. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm just... He's only got 2 death, but I felt like he's got ganked like 80 times so far. Maybe I'm just looking every time that he got ganked. But it feels like he got ganked. So. Yeah.
And you can see Earthshaker picks up the Blink Dagger, so he's going to be very, very useful in these next upcoming engagements, should they prove to be a giant group hug of teams.
Yes. Best way to put that, like that.
Even though this cast is rated PG-13, I tried to make that as G-rated as possible. But it looks like Sentinel June tried mount a little bit of push Puck. You know what's interesting about Puck these days in the Filipino scene?
What?
MSI EVGT, Apple Park. You know what they like to rush?
No.
Daggins?
Yes. That's the only and correct way to play Puck. No other way is actually correct.
They go phase Daggin and then Blink Dagger.
Yes,
and usually
way
it
to
works, but I guess this Puck, Pacific.Emaxx is not MSI EVGT or Apple Park, but he's not going to rush the Daggin in this situation. Probably just going to save it for Blink Dagger as soon as possible.
Looks like the big blink in here. Team fight's breaking out. They're going to pick one off immediately with the Ricky. Slaughter does get the clap off, but he also gets stunned by the Panda Ultimate. They're going to pick off CK right now. And they cyclone the Slaughter. Are going to focus him down. I think his blink is also cooling down. He's not blinking out. He does drop off the crush. Gets stunned by 2 seconds. But team fight's also breaking out here on the trees here. One more kills does go to Ricky. And now Slaughter will blink back out. It's going to give up tier 2 tower. But yeah, like you were saying, man, despite the Scourge having the better late game, Sentinel is just dominating right now. Perhaps off the couple of mistakes here from the Scourge, but they are just actually having the strong team fights. Ricky just kills so quick. 2 seconds is more than enough for that tether, and then he's backstabbing, blink striking, as well as that cloud on top. He's just pwning everybody.
Yeah, what's really not helping out in these engagements is a huge Echo Slam Fissure combination, gonna pick up 2 kills immediately, nicely done, 3 kills. What a play by Inma, the masterful support player. Probably one of the best support players in the Filipino scene. He picks up a triple kill right off the bat, delays the push a little bit, by a little bit, I mean a huge mistake by SVR.
That's a huge thing. Yeah, that's a huge turnaround.
Didn't die, or Earthshaker, you know, he's back, and now Earthshaker's level 15. My god, Echo Slam. It hurt before, and it's gonna hurt even more in a very, very short while.
Yeah, man, that team fight, not only did they not take the racks, perhaps they're going to even lose the Roshan as well. CK's going to break the Lincoln's charge, and we're going to see amp damage. There you go, amp damage, and they're going to cling this one very, very quickly. I think that's just a sign of the players not, like, losing a little bit of concentration, and because of that happening, that's a huge swing around in terms of the game. But as I say that, here comes Panda. He wants a little bit more action, and action he will gang. That was a 4v1 gangbang. No, 5v1 gangbang, and that's not where you want to be, man.
Now, you never really want to be caught between a rock and 5 Scourge heroes. That's pretty much the worst place you want to be in. But it looks like Puck, he wants some more. Whist is going to teleport in. Dreamcoil catching 2 heroes as well as Queen of Pain. Smoke Cloud catching everything. Queen of Pain pops the Ghost Scepter trying to escape, but just getting stunned all the while. Looks like CHN died to Roche. Really, really unfortunate for Sentinel. But will they be able to pick up the Roshan tree? It's going to be summoned. Slaughter is going to be able to blink in. Rubik does finally fall. Amplified damage revealing the Ricky. All the while, smoke screen going to be casted. Can Ricky escape? Ricky is going to be able to escape. No, Screen Pain manages to pick off the kill on B. And looks like Queen of Pain is going to be able to blink out. And Earthshaker takes the fall. Meanwhile, Furion all the while does not really know what to do. It's been hitting the Roshan and hitting heroes alternately back and forth. But we'll be able to pick up the Roshan finally.
Roche is very low. Slaughter blinks in right now. Drop off a clap. Roche Aegis gets picked up here by Prophet. Slaughter is going to back out just fine. Triple kill. That is blue plucking that one up. Man, so many kills. Teleporting forward, just trying to hunt down that Slaughter. Slaughter going to guess the right direction. Man, this Puck, is he going to get a dagger now? Well, he has to go to get it if he wants to do so because he got a triple. I mean, on the top lane here, looks more pressure on here. Prophet, uh-oh, he gets reality call back in 2 seconds. Then that should be enough time for Purple to come back in. Bayboat, telekinesis, seals a force of nature, and that's Aegis. Oh, so
yep,
man,
one of the fastest Aegises ever, as he's going to die again very, very soon. Here comes the Chaos Bolt, 4 seconds done. Fade Bolt being casted. They're going to use the telekinesis very, very soon. Should he try to teleport out? No, he gets Reality Rifted, fogged. No, oh, Reality Rifted just barely manages to get him right off, and looks like Panda even blinks in. Gonna cast a Primal Split, gonna be able to kill the Rubik. Can Chaos Knight escape? They're gonna devote a lot of resources just to pick off only the Rubik, as Chaos Knight is gonna be able to escape in the nick of time. No, Ricky and Whist, they want him, they need him. Can they get more of him? Looks like the Cyclone is gonna be casted as the Wind Panda manages to get out of there. Whisk gets sent back home. Chaos Knight's gonna run as fast as possible. It gets caught between a Panda and the Force, and here comes Ricky, gonna be casted once again. We all across the map, looks like Inma managed to pick off the Puck player in the midst of all that, but Chaos Knight finally dies. As how did Puck die? Not by that Ghost Slam, apparently.
Yeah, Echo Slam's still online right now. One thing to point out is that Shaker also picked up a Ghost Scepter, so they're getting the necessary defensive item to survive this nasty mid-game from the Sentinel. So very smart item choices overall, but they got to group up a little bit. I think they're losing team fights. They're trying to spread up to get a little bit more farm overall, but they're also getting picked off because, again, Sentinel's got the Wisp ganking combo. Man, Sentinel, this lineup is just doing well. They got the team fight. They got the ganks, and really, here comes Ricky. He's getting ready to get more advantage on the top lane. Teleportation, is that from Prophet? He's just waiting for a spot to come in safely.
Yep, continuously stop canceling the teleport. Oh, he's going to teleport in finally, but it might just be the end of him. No, he's just going to cast a Necrobooks and get the heck out of there. Will he be able to kill the tower? Yes, he should. It gets denied. Nicely timed by Huggy Bear. As it looks like Slaughter wants some of that wisp action, but Tether just going to sling him right back to the Ricky. Panda's going to clap. Earthshaker managed to drop an Echo Slam while in the Ghost Scepter form, and the Slaughter blink and clap. They're going to... Is that their Sentry Ward? They finally amp up the Ricky as he's going to be fully revealed, and Fearon's going to get cleaned up as well as Ricky. Ricky's going to blink out, going to go on the offensive, drops the Cloud. Looks like Earthshaker might finally die. Can Earthshaker escape? Yes, he finally dies, and Ricky's going to be out. Ricky's going to take the fall as well. 4 for 1. Well worth it.
I'm just saying, man, Earthshaker is earning his pay right now because he just single-handedly won them the team fight. The Echo just brought everyone so low. I love the fact that he came back at red health. Sure, he eventually died. Sometimes some of these pro players come back in red health, just make spectacular plays, and still survive with low HP. Wasn't so lucky that time, but overall, he had the right mindset, and he pulled it off spectacularly, man. Great play from both these teams so far. And I wonder if Scourge can hold on. I mean, this is developing to a good game. I just want to remind everybody, B-Bong said there is a controversy, and I hope it doesn't ruin this game because it's going great so far.
Well, we'll see soon enough as Chaos Knight has picked up the drums. He's going to start trying to build towards his BKB eventually. That is the standard item choice for Chaos Knight in the Southeast Asian scene. Looks like Puck is going to go for BKB as well. Maybe an Axe, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of either case, because why do you need a BKB if you're Puck? Not going to go for Blink Dagger, so it's a pretty odd decision in my odd.
Sage and Heaven's Halberd?
Well, Ricky can disassemble into Heaven's Halberd. I guess more Heaven's Halberd the merrier? I don't know.
I guess. I mean, to be honest, Stagging against 2 Vanguard carries, not sure if that's the case. But with that said, there's also 2 guys with Ghost Scepters, so, I mean...
Oh.
There's always a reason to get a Dagon, yeah.
They pop the Ghost Scepter when they're pretty low in the smoke screen. And just these smoke screens have just been killing the Scourge, but they've finally, with the help of the Ghost Scepter, been able to survive. And Slaughter can tank the smoke screen as long as possible, going to be able to pick up his BKB pretty soon, as we can just check out CS. But as usual in the Southeast Asian match, CS does not mean anything.
Squad. Yeah, I think the 26 to 27 is what means a little bit more. I guess also the 3 tower means quite a bit, as that's 3,500 extra gold or so for the Sentinel that are keeping for themselves. You gotta keep in mind they also got the Roshan kill, so they're earning a little bit more than that. But here comes CK, he's got himself the gem. They looks like they want to actually use the Queen of Pain for a bait, even blinks forward. So let's see if Sentinel is gonna bite this. Oh no, never mind. They revealed himself. No smoke being used so far. They just want this tier 1, and I think they're gonna get it. As I say that though, looks like a couple TPs coming in.
Yep, looks like they're going to back up. BKB finished on Puck, so it is a BKB. Don't know
why.
This
is the first time I've ever seen a BKB. He's popping the BKB right now, but they're going to just right-click, and what the hell? He's jumping around. He's going to come out. No, he gets bashed. Now he does exit. Here comes the Panda. Everybody on retreat. The Wrath Nature doing the damage. Phantasm gets popped here. Shaker on the back line, getting ready to drop his spells. Fire Panda in position. You got to blink. No blink here just so far. Fire Panda locking down. There's a Cyclone up against Shaker. Shaker could easily blink out. Ricky not doing too much work. BKB ran out here for the Puck, and I think this is time for the Sentinel to retreat because their Fire Panda duration, yeah, it's out. And they did absolutely nothing. You know, backdoor attempt on the top lane here. Got a tower. And I think he's gonna pay with this. Although, yeah, he's gonna pay with this. I mean, on the bot lane though, the kills are happening too.
But yeah, it looks like in the midst of that huge engagement, nobody actually died except the Furin on the top lane. As I think he just killed a tower and started to mow down the racks. So not really backdoor, just pushing.
Yeah.
As Furin tends to do, very annoyingly. But now that's gonna give, and considering how much global nature the SVR squad has, you can't really underestimate the Prophet and the Wisp teleport in. So I think Pacific.Emaxx, they're gonna have to be very careful from now on. Otherwise, Prophet can teleport in, Ricky can teleport in with the Wisp. Otherwise, the racks might just fall victim if the creepy equilibrium is not in their favor.
And it would never be in your favor because there's a Prophet on the enemy team. You see the problem here, man? Prophet is a gay hero. That's all I gotta say. Except, I mean, you may say there's a controversy. There might be a team backdoor. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They're definitely capable of doing that. Here goes the Sentinel team is probably expecting a smoke gang coming their way. And the smoke gang is waiting to be happened.
Yep, it is in fact coming their way. Any auras to reveal? No auras to reveal. So it looks like they're really lost. I miss the aura effects on the creeps. You can't really tell Ring of Basilius anymore on creeps.
Uh-oh. This Ricky in big trouble right now. It's gonna run into these guys. Where is the smoke? No smoke just yet. A toss up here, Sonic Wave against who's trying to TP back. Will he make it? Oh, mech up here. He does TP back himself. No, he just died. And Ricky is without the help.
Oh, backdoor on the top lane. Here comes the Slaughter. He's gonna try to get the Furion. Queen of Pain gonna teleport in. Can Furion pick up the racks at the very least? No, looks like he dies before he could make that happen. And Fearon is just saying, fuck it. I have Necrobook 3. I have trees. I'm gonna kill your Rex.
Man, I love the quick response from the Scourge at this point. They're just so fast on that TP. They are prepared. Like you said, man, it could happen anytime. The Sentinel has the damage and they have the hero spells to actually get in the base. They're just very lucky that they were actually ganking the Riki and ganking the Wisp, because if that didn't happen, Riki and Wisp also would have went in like that and took the racks.
How
It would
annoying
have
is
been
this?
ugly.
They pick off Riki and Wisp, and they can't even get a tier 1 tower. Like, what are you supposed to do? This is so annoying to deal with. They really have to get Fearon without buyback, and they really have to push when he's down. And looks like he is going to be down, but they're not pushing they're going to push the middle lane, so Fearon's going to be able to teleport back in. Does Fearon have buyback? He should have buyback, should he get more CS, and once he buys back, I think that Rax will fall very, very soon. So Scourge had to play this very, very carefully.
Yeah, I think that's the problem when you get like Acceptor on Queen of Pain instead of getting a Hex. Of course, it makes you tankier, it gives you more of a stronger ultimate, but what it doesn't give you the necessary lockdown against a hero like Prophet. Yeah, he'll trade his life for the Rax, but the extra 2 or 3 seconds that he gets to right click on your Rax may make the difference when it comes to bringing it down versus not bringing it down. So I think Hex is really an important item and should not be purchased before, or should be purchased before the Axe. The blink in here from the Slaughter. He wants the puck. Puck can't even pop the BKB of the Chainstone. And BKB here on Slaughter. He's getting the right click in. Oh no, blink in here from the Shaker. He drops off his Echo. He's focusing on the Wisp. Wisp is trying to survive. He's popping the blue balls right now. The blink in here. It looks like Shaker's going to get picked off. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain is silenced up. The TP out from Riki. He's going to make it back. Sick play here from Riki. And is that going to save their Raxes? Slaughter is going to get picked off. The question is the Prophet alive, and why isn't he TPing up top just yet? That's going to be free Rax up top. He's TPing right now, the Siege unit on top of the main Rax. No, sorry, that was Queen of Pain. Why is Prophet not TPing? I'm completely surprised.
I don't know, maybe he just felt tired of it. Maybe he wanted to just, live a team fight. Maybe he's just, okay. I don't know. No, he's going to teleport right now. Here he is. And here comes another teleport in as Wisp Riki joined the party. Backdoor, team backdoor is going to happen. This Rax is going to die in an instant. Slaughter can't even do anything because he is silenced, he is smoked, he has the BKB. Will he pop it? Looks like, oh no, he wasn't able to get the stop, so they managed to team backdoor and get everybody out successfully. And I think this might be the controversy.
I mean, that's old news, man. Backdoor, yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, only the losers cry about the backdoor. I think that's a subtle flame to all the backdoor cry.
Oh, said in the book, Necro 3, Edmund said no rule, read Taiga, whatever.
Oh, perhaps the tournament has a rule about backdoor, because I think I remember seeing like a Wisp tiny backdoor strat, something like that. But, do you know? Do you know if there's like a tournament rule?
I don't know. All I know is that it should be allowed because it's in the game. And there's regen in the game. So
there you go. Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's going to be difficult, but at least Scourge have their tier 3 towers. So they've been quick on the reaction time with the teleports, but they're really going to have to manage to catch one of these heroes with high buyback. And helping get the Roshan will go a long way and helps even secure them. Scourge are still, I don't think they're ahead anymore, but I think it might be, almost approaching even though you did say in one of your old games, 99% of the time when you're down Rax as a Prophet, it's going to be over.
Right, and I guess, I mean, if you want to blame something, blame the fact that Scourge just don't have enough lockdown. I mean, they have a Blink Shaker, they have a Blink Slaughter, and they still don't have enough lockdown. When the backdoor happens, people should be prepared. They should be jumping in to stun Hex to whatever they need to do and kill them quick. Unfortunately, they're unable to do so. I mean, the entire team's clumped up on your Rax, right? So you should be able to kill them quick. So, I mean, I guess that's a tough part.
Yeah, but I think they're still in okay shape. I mean, if they can get a team fight and they just roll down the middle lane, they will still be able to get the victory. But I mean, that's providing if they win team fight that convincingly. But still, an Aegis up on the side will help them, and looks like CK is going to go for the Manta style, give him more illusions, and that will help a lot in terms of anti-push. But meanwhile, items does Fearon have? Does he have Aghanim's? Yes, he's finished the Aghanims, and now he's just going to be even more annoying, if at all possible, to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, again, the game now is not about, defensive, well, I guess it is about defensive ancient, but a big part of the game right now is also going to be about making sure your creep equilibrium get across the river. And doing that against an Acceptor Prophet has got to be the most annoying thing in the world. The best way to combat that is to pick off that Prophet via blink ganks, hex ganks, whatever ganks that you could concoct and just get the kill on him. It's going to be absolutely vital. But you see Prophet, he's just jungling. He's just going to be Wrath of Naturing every time he can. It is so annoying to play against this.
No doubt, no doubt. And it's not like they have, you know, a solid base defender. If Prophet should teleport in with the Wisp and the Riki, if all 5 of the heroes don't get back to defend that, I mean, they're gonna lose a lot of heroes and possibly even more buildings and maybe some towers. But I mean, they're gonna have to teleport all 5 back. And if they're teleporting all 5 back, that means they're not pushing. And if you're not pushing, that means, you know, all the lanes are getting pushed. So it's a lose-lose situation for the Scourge. But still, they have to find a way. Otherwise, they're gonna lose.
Here's the issue. What you want to do is save your glyph ready. So you're gonna go try to push out, make sure all the creep equilibrium's gonna push. They inevitably will try to backdoor if they don't want to take you a heads-on fight. You TP back, activate glyph, and you get those kills. Here's the issue with that. They probably will just have buyback gold, and you gotta wait, you know, 5 minutes for your glyph again to do that. But when you wait 5 minutes, they also have buyback ready. Yeah, it's a downward spiral, and I think unless Sentinel make a mistake, it's their call right now. It's their game to lose, I feel like.
Yep, but one thing that is not in Sentinel's favor is that Furin does not have buyback. Any hero on the Sentinel have buyback? No,
Oh God.
It doesn't look.
They have to save for buyback. I mean, there's no big item they need to pick up unless you want to go for Hex. But even at this point, that should be fine.
I guess.
Meanwhile, look at this Riki. Jesus.
Riki has a Basher, Helm of Dominator, Sun Jinyasha, and with the help of the overcharge, giving that attack speed as well as the damage reduction, you can't really underestimate how many bashes he might get off in the smoke screen, locking people in place. Of course, Ghost Scepter will go a long way in terms of reducing the amount of bashes he can get off, but still, I don't think Scourge has left the side of the river in probably the past 10 minutes, and they can't really afford to do that. And that's just really unfortunate for them. Queen of Pain's going to try to clear the top, and one thing they do have going for them is that every time a creep wave respawns, Queen of Pain can just Sonic Wave it and get that back down.
Not the big creep wave, but yeah, the other mid creep waves. And it looks like Sentinels waiting for the push on the bot lane, maybe waiting for the Aegis or a pickup. But you know, on the overdrive or whatever overcharge spell, how odd is it? It gives plus attack speed and plus damage reduction. Like, I wonder who drew that one up, man. Oh, let's give a plus damage reduction.
No, I think the old one, it did plus attack speed and plus damage.
Oh,
so
on the bot lane here,
Puck. Yep, Puck dies in 2 hits. BKB Puck. Mad good, mad good. As looks like Wisp might get initiated on, but Fearance is going to go for the middle lane, and he is backdooring it, but there are creeps in the base, so I'm going to keep my eye on that, but looks like the teamfight's breaking out. Looks like Purple managed to pick up a kill. Ricky's in a lot of trouble, but looks like there's going to be teleports reinforced. Fearance is going to take the fall. B is going to die as well. Does the Star have the buyback? He just bought back, and he's going to be able to teleport back into the top lane, get the push going, and prevent the Scourge from pushing at all. This is so frustrating for the Scourge.
Yeah, I think this is time to get things like Maelstrom or even Basher, or not Basher, Battle Fury, if you want to go crazy about it, to have any tool that when you do win that team fight, because you are playing 5v4, technically, Prophet's going to be backdooring, you will win those team fights. Now, after winning a team fight, what can you do? You got to push out the creep wave. But again, the Wrath of Nature in the air, the creeps on the ground, having things like Vlad's, Maelstrom, any kind of pushing item would be very helpful. They're going to pick out Prophet a second time. That could break the chain. They see him right now, the sun coming in. It got to be perfectly chained. Shaker doing the job, and with the minus armor, huge enchant totem hit. Going to do the job. And now it's all about pushing the lane. About a full minute here before Prophet comes back. But the creep wave is just so push that it's in their base right now.
Yeah, all the top buildings are pretty much done, so they're gonna have to use somebody back for base defense. Otherwise, the Wisp Riki can just do the same thing, and it's gonna be pretty difficult to deal with. But still, this is Scourge's chance. And keep in mind, Furin, if he dies one more time, he still won't have buyback unless he farms a ridiculous amount very quickly. So maybe Scourge is just gonna wait for that. Maybe they're gonna try to wait for Furin to make one more mistake. Pacific.Emaxx, a very calm team. They don't really tend to make overactions. They pride themselves on split pushing, and they are two-time GST champions for a good reason. But still, they're gonna have to make something happen. And I think, like you said, Battle Fury, Maelstrom, Mjolnir, those are the ways to go.
Let me just tell you, three-peats are hard to come by. I mean, Lakers proved it, right? So
yeah,
I'm just saying, don't expect it because this game's not looking too good. I'm not sure if this is actually the tournament final game.
No,
but,
this is group stages.
Okay. Well, why you say three-peat then? Like, what the fuck?
Well, you have to make it out of the group stages to make it in the brackets.
Is
I
it a
didn't even say
knockout match?
three-peat. You put three-peat in my mouth.
You
I
said
said
three,
they were the defending two-time GEST champions for a
and
reason.
then will they make a three-peat?
I never said three-peat.
It has video record.
All right.
Right?
I bet you $10.
Well, you bet me $10 is your recording, so you can easily freaking edit that out, man.
Well, the flow
Well,
of the
what?
commentary would be interrupted, so you would be able to tell the edit. Basically, I'm right and you're wrong as usual. So.
All right, we'll see.
Way to
We'll
go.
see after the post edits. Let's see if I'm right or you're wrong. We'll see. Whatever.
Alright. Anyway, just to say another thing where you're wrong at, because I think Sonic Wave Scream of Pain Aghanim's does 800 damage, and the top
So actually take down the top wave. Okay,
Yeah.
that's.
So another thing you're wrong
How'd
at.
you know?
Good job, Lumi.
Well,
You're
you said-
really,
you
you're
said
really a
Sonic
fantastic
Wave
host
clear
of
off
the
the
Dota
way.
Trivia Show. You know so much about Dota mechanics and trivia. Really,
Man.
really, really top notch. I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
I think people are gelling every time they see mistakes. Like, oh my god, Luminous made a mistake.
You gotta
No, he-
get back on the DWS train, or the DBWS, or the DBMSWQ.
WS mechanics, man. Those are old school mech days. But it's all good.
Anyway, let's just check out the items. Looks like Panda trying to go for the Agnums. It's going to be a long way in terms of coming. Puck has picked up a 4-staff as well as a gem, but he's just been dying in 2 hits because Bash does not care about that. Wisp hasn't picked up anything. Ricky hasn't picked up anything. Furians hasn't picked up anything either. And he might have buyback for the next engagement, so looks like Scourge are going to have to deal with that once again.
Yep, on the Scourge team. Here's one thing that it always baffled me about these Southern East Asian games. Nobody give a fuck about like support items. Nobody wants to buy support items. I'm talking about things like mech. I'm talking about things like Vlad's or pipe or or drums. In fact, like in this case, having those items would be absolutely legit. I see a drum on Panda. That's it. And the entire game with 10 players. That's the only support item I truly see. I guess if you want arcane boots.
Well, there's mech on Wisp and drums on CK.
Okay, well, okay. On the Scourge, I see nothing, and they need that. They need that to push out.
Yeah, they have drums on CK, but that's it. And I think the charges have been used up. So your point stands.
I mean, I even feel the drums. They're getting it for yourself, right? Oh, I want to chase myself, or I want that stats, which is legitimate. I'm not saying you're getting bad items. I'm just saying they need to reevaluate their item choices, and especially in a game like this, where it's such an awkward situation you're in. Like you're clearly stronger, but you can't push out. And having those support items would actually be more useful, I feel.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you there. And I think, having that Vlad's, even just a little bit of lifesteal for the creeps would make a world of difference. And it would make a world of difference for your Slaughter and your CK as well in the team fight. So Vlad's would be the perfect item choice. What's Earthshaker saving up? I think Earthshaker might be saving up for buyback or might go for... What's he going for? Axe? I don't know. I don't think stronger ultimates would make Earthshaker more powerful. His ultimates are already ridiculous enough.
Yeah, really. I mean, if he wants to get more utility for his team, that would be good. Like things like Yield Scepter. Again, but those...
No, I think Vlad's would be really,
I
really,
think Vlad's,
really crucial.
Like, you don't need any items to make you win your team fights harder. You need to win your team fights and push out, and they haven't been doing that.
And Vlad's would help you win your team fights harder because lifesteal for your CK and your Slaughter.
There you go.
So, but I think Rubik's going to go for 4-staff. Slaughter has picked up the AC, still only boots. Going to try to eventually build up to that boots of travel, just so he can get in and out of team fights. But that's going to be a long time coming. Meanwhile, they're waiting for Roshan, but they can't. Look, it respawns just in the nick of time, and it's go down in literally a heartbeat. Alright, maybe a couple of heartbeats. I might have exaggerated.
So
there.
long heartbeats, man.
Yes.
They're unhealthy heartbeats. Actually, it's the Treants trying
Oh,
to
Wisp
stick the
Ricky.
Aegis.
Wisp Ricky. Wisp Ricky with the Furion. Hi, mid lane. Here comes the glyph. Glyph's used, and now they're just gonna get out. And
Nobody has
they're gonna
teleport score. They're gonna just walk back in. Are they serious?
Echo's
Are they serious? Blink Echo. Huge ultimates being done here. Prophet just not giving a crap right now. Gonna Sprout trying to TP out. Look at him just right clicking the Rex Ricky in the base. No sentry ward down either. There's a gem on CK. They see the Ricky perhaps? No. Ricky is absolutely fine. Oh, that was a backdoor. A Prophet buyback for a mid tower. I think that's completely worth it. That opens that top completely now. So we will see more backdoor definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, lads, need any opening you possibly get, and it looks like they pick off the Puck at the very least, but Puck has pretty much been doing nothing these games. As it looks like some of the creeps are backdooring themselves. They want to get on the action as they're going to go to town on that range.
Man, they're actually going to work down that range racks if no one comes to defend. But right now they want tier 2. They see this as their opening to come in. But again, Wisp as well as Prophet ready to go. Is Wisp dead, actually?
Wisp is dead for another 5 seconds.
Well, he's going to be back soon, so no big deal.
Yep. As looks like they're just going to straight up push Panda and the Prophet because they know that they can't even get the tier 3 tower. Can they even get the tier 2 tower? Yes, they will. The creeps are coming. And is there a teleport in? Yes, Wisp is about to teleport in. Panda as well. Here comes a Wisp teleport in. Slaughter's gonna blink in. He has the Aegis as well as AC and with the child. Possibly BKB gonna go to town on Nature's Prophet. He's dead. No buyback. But looks like Wisp Ricky gonna do huge damage to the racks. Mid racks take a fall. And oh my god. Wisp and Ricky managed to escape. Panda Ultra gonna clean up the range racks. He should be able to blink out just fine should it come down to that. And looks like they're not even focusing him because I think he has an Ag Scepter upgrade. He has 3800 HP. So they're just gonna follow him.
This level 4 Fire Panda following him, but he's gonna blink out, I imagine. Oh, there you go. And TP. Oh, that was a poor. That was a very. Oh, they spilled the primal split upgrade. That's a pretty good steal, but that was a very ambitious TP out.
That is a pretty good steal indeed.
I don't think it matters at all in a game.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
this,
I mean, like, what are you supposed to do with 150-second cooldown ultimate? Like, it's not gonna help you. It's you use it and then Prophet will buy back.
And then you ditch it, right? That's. I mean, again, it's a ultimate that doesn't change the big course of game. Again, it will help them win team fights.
Yeah.
Winning team fights is not the issue.
If he had stolen like a Sonic Wave, that would have been better. But Sonic Wave is on his side anyway. But looks like Furin, he respawns and he has enough.
They need to steal Wrath of Nature, which he will never get to steal. So.
Yeah.
Because Wrath of Nature will be actually a legitimate thing if he could get it.
No doubt, no doubt. As looks like they're trying to mount a bit of a push mid, but they have to constantly keep heroes back because otherwise they will get mega creeped as the bottom tower is at only 1k HP. So, you know, some hits with the Necro 3, with the Furin trees and the Ricky, it's going to go down very quickly. And what items does Ricky have? I don't think... He hasn't picked up any items recently.
Is he gonna go Abyssal soon? He's got 3,400.
Oh. I suppose so. As they're gonna teleport in. Yep, Wisp is about to teleport in. Nope,
Oh,
they're just trolling.
Are they sensing it?
They're
On
trolling.
Spidey sense, someone's got to defend on top, and so I like what the Slaughter is doing so far. I think his team should actually put more goal into Boots of Travel. Again, not an item that will really be an end-all kind of item, but they need any kind of map mobility, and Boots of Travel is where it's at.
Yep. And that style is going to be used to clear up those creeps. So despite it being 40-29, Sentinel has clear control over this game. Like, they have it in the back pocket right now. Because, you know, level 16 Wisp about to happen. And, you know, going to have that relocate up even more. So, not that it makes a difference, but still. And meanwhile, Wrath of Nature pushing out the ways. Furin hasn't bought an item for at least 20 minutes. And that's what he's supposed to do.
Save for buyback.
Yeah.
Like a legit backdoor man.
Legit backdoor. I'm sure people not too happy to hear that. But it's in the game.
It's in the game. If it's really an issue, then I'm sure like they would have made tower invulnerable when there's no creeps in the base, right?
No, you play to win. You don't play to scrub out, noob.
I mean, I feel for the Scourge, right? They're clearly stronger. But I guess this is what Defense of the Ancients is about. It's not about killing the heroes. So, you know.
Yeah, why don't they pick up Treant Protector? Give those buildings some regen.
Yeah, give them armor and regen. It's kind of a legit strat.
Yeah.
Come at me with the backdoor.
Pick up Pillard. Oh, actually, Pillard's disabled in cap zone, but here comes a teleport. It's a smoke screen to be cast. Looks like there's going to be a Hex and Sonic Wave being dropped, as well as an Echo Slam. Will Wisp be able to teleport out?
No. No, he doesn't.
He didn't teleport out to the
massive disable of the team. Looks like the Stormster trying to do whatever he can. Look, the entire team is dead about right now, but they can't do jack squat about it. I just actually want to see the Scourge do a backdoor of their own. Someone pick up a Necro Book. Just someone pick up that Necro Book. Rest of team, as we see Puck trying to survive, not gonna really make it out there. Really, all they have to do is win another fight like this, and someone pick up a Necro Book. Probably clean a plane and just blink into enemy base and just 4 BOT on there. Just go. And then be like, who's backdooring now, bitch? I don't think that type of resource to do it.
I don't think so either. They're getting a lot less farm. Wrath of Nature pushing all the way. They can't even farm jungle. So, Yeah. This is Dota.
Great Dota game.
This is Dota.
This is Dota indeed.
This is
This
Defense
is
of the
giving
Ancients.
Dota a bad name.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's in the game.
It is in the game. I agree with that. But it's just
It's such
Wanna
a
call
it's
this a
such a
strat?
it's such a demoralizing way to lose. It's just
Right.
like we outplayed them. But
and this doesn't feel like a very legit way to win either, right? Dreamcall on the top lane here, Puck. Oh, getting the right click and popping that BKB, which by the way, still I believe a poor purchase
oh, no
in a
doubt.
game like this. But hey, they're winning.
I think CK is gonna go for Rapier, or maybe
What is Rapier gonna do? Allow you to hit creeps faster?
yeah.
It still pushes slower than a Battlefield or a Maelstrom.
Well,
But
maybe
sure,
he'll go for
yeah,
Radiance.
go Divine.
It might be Radiance. I don't know.
Radiance
those-
give you 40 extra AoE damage.
Yo, he can Manta split and then double push, and those Manta illusions last for like 10
Alright.
seconds. My
Okay.
god, that is legit.
Should have been Maelstrom. Should have been
Slaughter is
Battlefield.
smoked up. He's gonna try solo kill the Furion. He wants that
Alright, here we
Furion.
go. Again, I think this is what they need to do. They gotta pick up that Furion off. If they don't pick him up, there's no chance. But here's the thing: if he sees a solo Furion, his entire squadron will TP in, and this Slaughter will be in big doo-doo. Yep.
Yep, Whisper's
Oh,
gonna
they're
cast
hexing him right
relocate,
now.
and
There's
it-
a smoke cloud. He's trying to get the sun off. Oh, the TP out with the dodge. That's Tro. That's Matt Tro.
Yep, as Slaughter's just gonna sprint as fast as possible. Can he blink out? He should be able to blink out. No, this Ricky's just too fast. He has a BKB of his own, and it looks like the Wisp is gonna teleport back, and he's gonna blink out to the south.
Casual farming a creep wave while getting chased.
Yeah, no biggie. As Panda backdooring with his ultimate, because Panda wants to do that as well.
You know, Panda definitely get back there with the ultimate. Look at this entire team. It's like, creep wave not there, no problem. Gonna go for the racks. We got overdrive. Here we go. Is it overdrive or overcharge?
I think it's overcharge. Maybe?
Okay, overdrive is like Final Fantasy VII shit, but
Looks like Ricky's gonna be able to take this Rax. Can they kill the Wisp? They kill the Wisp. Who cares? Looks like CHN manages to pick off Nakam the puck, but B takes a fall, and now the throne is fully exposed. I honestly, there's no way Scourge can win this.
oh, Panda. Panda gets picked up. All right, almost team wipe. Ha ha, he says.
Yeah, SVR. They did lose to Pacific.Emaxx in the semifinals. Pacific.Emaxx did knock them out in the last GEST, and before they went on to win it. So maybe Cambodia getting a little bit cocky.
Oh man, they deserve it. They won the game.
Yeah, they're gonna win the game. So let's see, what does CK have? He's still got his relic. Where's your
Enthralling game.
enthralling game? What do you think of this game, honestly? Like, honestly.
I don't mind the backdoor. I just don't like the lack of creativity in a backdoor, you know? If you got a backdoor, you gotta do it sweet.
So you wanted them to
I'm for the
necrobook.
people here. I'm for the people here. We want to give the people a good game, and I can't actually say this is a good game. Right? Can you say this is a good game?
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's
So
a long
not
game.
a good game, right?
It's a game. It's a game that you play. And,
Right.
one team, they did everything they could to win, and they're gonna win. No, Queen of Pain gonna push the mid lane, gonna 1v5 this entire team. BKB, double Rapier, Mjolnir for that attack seed, Bariza for those crits.
Man,
Or she might just die to a
this
puck.
Pug. This Pug is giving her the business. As I say that, never mind. Pug is getting raped.
Yep.
Meanwhile, though, Ricky giving the entire team the business.
The business ed of his little dagger thingy. What
Yes.
an unintimidating weapon.
Ooh, looks like Slaughter is gonna kill a Storm. All right.
Yep, middle lane being pushed. Chaos Knight. Doing
Wait,
some
are they gonna
damage.
turn this one around?
I don't know. We'll see. Anything is possible. It's Dota.
Well,
Fury
they're
has a
getting
blink
really
dagger.
close, right? Do you leave two guys back and just BOT defense? Yeah, that's what they're doing, man. Play to your outs. Here comes the Slaughter. He's the biggest baddest hero, and here we go. He mantas. All right, they're focusing. They see Ricky. Ricky gets clapped down. Ricky very low. He's gonna be picked off. I'm not sure if he has buyback. This is time to actually destroy this tree and just go straight for the drone.
Oh, Furion!
No, they're going for the racks. They're teleporting in. Prophet, Popsy, Necro 3s are going at it. Nice clap here to slow down the attack speed.
Yes,
to Shaker though.
salves.
No, it's not going to be enough fissure still on
Oh,
cooldown.
what a
Trees
blink.
get summoned. Where's the Echo? Where's the Echo? No Echo just yet. Prophet TP's to the other side of the Blink Dagger. Force Nature gets stolen here, but
Oh my god.
it's getting close. It's getting close, but the throne goes down. And why are these guys chasing for hero kills? The fuck are they doing?
I don't know. Were they trying to buy TPs from the Fountain?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was a nice attempt though. They went for it.
They did.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So, game. It was a game. Alright, it was a good game. You know, I guess I can see why it was controversial. You disagree. Well, I'm sure all the Pinoy fanboys will agree because Pacific.Emaxx is probably the strongest Filipino team. But actually, to give you some background information about this tournament, you know they're the two-time GEST champions defending back-to-back from June and July. They went 0-4 in their groups. So, yeah.
No three-peats.
No three-peats. Not even getting to the playoffs. Not even winning in this GEST August. So, yeah. I'm only saying that because I don't know if there's going to be any more Pacific.Emaxx matches to be casted. But Pacific.Emaxx got eliminated, and I think SVR moved on to the brackets. I'm not too sure. But still, good game, and probably more Dota 1 GEST coverage to be brought to you soon. Are you going to do anything for it, Olivia?
I casted one game, TA versus Mango, which I think was like an awesome game. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cast more. If I time, yes, definitely.
Okay, that was from the qualifiers. That wasn't from actually GEST.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I sent you that Mineski game. It was an RR, but
maybe I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, maybe. But you know, Mineski games always RR. But anyway, thank you all for watching as usual, and thanks for supporting. And we'll be back with more Dota 1 commentaries. Maybe with Luminous, maybe without. With Screen Guard probably coming in the very near future. So thank you all for watching as usual, and have a fantastic day.